Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back for another episode of The Last Kingdom in Aurora 4X, and I have reached the next combat cycle here, and looks like we are still taking massive casualties. Like, we destroyed maybe a few dozen, a little bit of their troops. I mean, our orbital bombardment that we did lower their signature by about 1,500 tons, so it's probably about 3,000 tons. Or something like that, total tonnage destroyed. But in this combat we just lost a massive amount of troops again. Almost 790 scores, 139 fire emplacements, and a lot of footman scores, which are mostly in the headquarters only. Actually no, I think there's a little bit on some of the night regiments and that sort of stuff, but not much of them. Or maybe in the fire hurlers, I don't remember. But yeah, we lost 18 far hurler emplacements, which are the rear echelons, so they are definitely getting some really strong breakthroughs. So yeah, this is basically a hopeless combat for us. We did do at least a fair bit of damage on the planet itself. Or at least there's a lot of dust there, so the temperature is now minus 13 from the usual. Which means that the surface temperature is only minus 15, so it should still be livable for them, I reckon. Actually, we can see that from here, can't we? So, minus 15, yeah, it's still livable for them. But if we do another run of bombardment, we do need to repair some of the ships. Or one of the ships accidentally went a bit too low on maintenance supply points. The ships are now repairing, or not repairing, resupplying from the supply ship that we have on the jump point. And refueling as well, so we can probably do another bombardment run and try to destroy a little bit more, but we did get rid of about 23 million people with the bombardment, and yeah, and destroy a little bit of the Crown Force. Destroyed like 350 or more installations. So yeah, it's not necessarily a great situation for them either, so... But yeah, this war is not going well. I mean, I know that I've done a lot of mistakes in how to set up the Crown units and all that, but I think what we're going to do today is we're going to do some redesigning of the ships. So, for example, no, we haven't gotten a new power plant. We are getting new power plants though. And, well, actually, we might want to wait for that then. We have gotten the... Well, I suppose what we could do is we could at least redesign the survey vessel. So, copy class. Rename this to Mark 7. That's probably going to be the last design that we'll have. Oh, right, yeah, 75%. I thought that the 75% was the signature reduction, but no, it's just... okay, so it can go up to 6,000 kilometers per second. That's actually a really good speed. And how long a range? 177 billion. And that should last for a while. It does have 2 layers of armor, just in case. Although it's probably not going to save them, in all fairness. But I figured that I'd put at least something in there. Back in the day, I reckon. Yeah, it's the B variant. I don't remember why exactly... Oh, right, it does have active sensors. Does it have... It does have the signs. And then it has the bridge. Max repair is 112.5 maintenance supply points. They only got 450, so the maintenance life... Wow, it is 4.2 years, so it is a fair bit. I don't think there's too much that I can do about that. Annual failure rate is 67%, so it's probably going to have 1 or 2 malfunctions before the deployment time is done, on average. But now, of course, once it's returning home, it's going to have 1 or 2 probably as well, depending on how long the distance is. So that is something to keep in mind. Did we get a new thermal sensors at some point? Not yet. We could probably obsolete that component though. I believe we are getting the next level, the 11th thermal signature in Crassiana Imperialis, if I'm not mistaken. Then, hold on, we have got a new railguns, haven't we? Yes, we have got a new 15 centimeter. We can probably obsolete that component then, and the new 25 centimeter railgun with extended range. So yes, we shall obsolete that component. So yeah, it is 400 tons, 300 tons, and 150 tons. The railguns that we have. It should be alright. The cost of this is actually relatively high. This one's not too bad. That one's really cheap. Okay, so with those, I suppose we could design some of the new ships, especially some of the ships that are... Oh, right, but yeah, we want to get the power plants done, where we are not actually getting that quite yet. We're getting the max engine power modified ×2 first, and after that we will be getting a lot of the reactors. They should not take all that long to get though. But I guess all we can do right now is just let them destroy our troops here, because we won't have enough time to load up the troops again. It just takes way too long. No successful repair on the Diamond Task Force. Right, it's resupplying now, so they can actually do that. Probably going to take quite some time though. Okay, let's have a quick look at the loss summary. It's a massive amount of losses. How much troops do we have remaining? I don't think we... Just quickly scroll up. Did we destroy anything? We just destroyed a total of 5 units, 4 of which were infantry. Oh boy, okay. So how much do we have total? 50,000, of which vast majority is just supply vehicles of varying degrees of morale. As we get on a little bit of fortification, at least the... Actually, does that? Where's the far hurler emplacement again? This one. Do you have construction vehicle? No. No, it was the other one that's got on the... No? Oh, right, yeah, there's some over there, but no, that's the fire hurler, not the fire hurler. This one. No, okay. Then I don't know. Okay, some of the emplacements have got on a bit extra fortification. But that doesn't exactly save us. And yeah, we just lost way too much troops. Like, for example, within the division there's a... Oh, well, if there's such a low amount of stuff, we can just set everything under the division. At least we'll get the bonuses from the commander there. Yeah, total 50,000. It's basically nothing. Alright, well... I wonder... Would we be able to... So there's basically nothing... There's some Night Squads in here. Let's show the elements. So in this one there's the Night Squads. Where's the... There's a Night Regiment over there which has a bit more. And it does have HQ, so we'll start combining these. Delete that formation. And then let's see, Fire Hurlers. We've got a fair bit of things, although not particularly strong anymore. There's a couple... Oh, right. Combine some of the mechanized regiments here. Oh, right, that was getting the support. I was wondering what that was. We'll support the Knight Regiment right now, then we can delete that formation. Just making sure. This one does have a headquarters, though, right? Yes, it does. Okay, good. But this mechanized regiment does not have a headquarters. Is there some... Okay, well, you got 2. Essentially one of those. So that this one can technically have a leader, although I'm not entirely sure if it's going to be assigned or not. I mean, we probably lost a lot of leaders in this combat already. You got a lot of... Actually, you got quite a bit of things here. Alright, well, let's drop the Night Squads over there. Actually, we don't need the amount pop out right now. So once you got less than 600 tons there. Drop the Footman Squads. Rapid fire emplacements. Pierce emplacements. Heavy rapid fire emplacements. I don't think we need to send the anti-flyer emplacements though. This is now 1300 tons at least. Then we got the footman squads that we can probably drop over there. The rest of that can stay there, and then over here, this was the fire hurler in place. Oh wow, they have no fire hurlers at all here. Let's drop the supply vehicles on the assault brigade then. And then you can be dropped to the night squad. And this one can actually be set up to the... We'll put it on the night regiment. So that's now 1400 tons. That one can be deleted. Let's see, then we've got supply regiment here. I suppose we could actually just put the supply regiments into the division HQ. With the footman squads, place them in the night regiment. And then there's some more over here. How much is the division head? I mean, suppose I can just set everything into the division headquarters in terms of supply vehicles. That should be just fine. Drop more of that. Rapid fire emplacements, drop there. Heavy rapid fire emplacement. Night squads. Brigade headquarters. Ooh. Suppose I can drop that to the assault brigade in here. And the anti-flyer emplacement I'll probably drop to the HQ there as well. So technically this one's empty, so we can delete that formation. Just combining some of this stuff here, because that might actually help a little bit. At least keep it more organized. Right, so did we get rid of the entire formation? No, but we could, because there's no one in there. Well, the brigade formation there. So what we know for the next time that we do an assault, we'll probably... Actually, that's something that we can design. I'm going to do that, the rest of that a bit later, but let's go ahead and do a new class. That's going to be... is there a dropship? You know, we'll go with Dreadnought as the name there, but this is basically going to be no armor. Assuming that this works, we don't need that. Then troop transport will get drop base, large. How expensive is it? It's going to be quite expensive indeed. Okay, that would be 100,000. That would be an entire division. That could be dropped from here. It doesn't necessarily need anything else. Well, no, it doesn't actually need some cargo shuttle base. How much does it take to load? Days. Okay. That's 13 hours. Okay, well that would be relatively quick load time. We could probably even speed that up further. It's, Okay, that'd be 130,000 tons. 8 hours. Let's see, we'll go for 50 shuttle multiplier. I think that's a nice even number. So it's going to be 5.5 hours to load this up. It's going to be very expensive. How much is it actually? Components. Does it say? It's a lot of duranium and neutronium, quite a bit of mercasium, not a lot of calcite, uridium, or carbamide, or anything like that. The idea is that we'll just have a tug get one of these, drag it over a planet once all the orbital defenses are destroyed, and all that sort of stuff, and then just drop an entire division at a time. And hopefully we can get a division that is mostly of the tank regiments. Although I think what we have a problem here is we can actually probably build them several of these. And we can just drag them on top of the planet and let them wait there until we have everything set up and, yeah, drop a lot of troops in there if need be. Say we have 3 of these, that would be 3 divisions, and I think 3 divisions should be sufficient numbers to actually dent the enemy troops, but we need a strong defensive line here, because it's obvious that they, after a couple combat cycles, they are breaking through our defensive line there with their tanks. So for the defensive line we need something that has... Actually, statics might not be a bad idea with the heavy anti-vehicle stuff. So we can destroy the enemy tanks that try to attack us. And then, of course, some heavy rapid fire and that sort of stuff, or heavy cruiser anti-personnel and that sort of stuff. But yeah, this is not too bad. I suppose I'll rename this into... It's a Storm class Dreadnought. Now, it's mostly just, well, it's basically a dropship, but it's like, I like the idea or the visual of like a massive ship just being dragged over a planet and then thousands and thousands of drop pods just dropping. I like the sound of that. Now, to be fair, no, I don't think we need to worry about that. So, this is no armor. It's not obsolete, that's for sure. How many crew members? 860 again. We're going to use conscripts for this then. Because otherwise, well, actually, how much do we have? Almost 38,000 junior officers and crewmen, so it's not that bad situation, but I think we can do that. Do we have enough supplies from actually making any of those, though? Storm, we do have enough for at least... We're going to do the 3 right away. Now, we should have the heavy target. I mean, even the less heavy targets should be able to drag these where they need to be, because it's not that massive of a project, to be fair. And these are going to be done, well, relatively quickly at least. I mean, the production rate over here has been... Well, we haven't been producing much because we've had a semi-shortage for geranium and gallicite and corundium, and that kind of limits a lot of the options. So I haven't been doing much of that. Alright, let's get back to the troops real quick and organize maybe a tiny bit more. Let's see, so you got 8,000, so you might actually have a decent bit of troops here still. Oh, that's just a few heavy. Okay, mechanized regiment. What about you? You got a few rapid fires. And then you got the supply regiment. Put everything on the division. Footman squads can go to the night regiment. Let's actually have a look. We've got 1800 now. Heavy rapid fire squads can go there. Pierce squads can go there. Regiment headquarters can probably go there. And then the stuff from here can be put on the division headquarters. Footman squad go to the night regiment. Emplacements. Emplacements. Night squads. Brigade headquarters can probably go for the assault brigade then. Then Pierce emplacements, anti-flyer emplacements. Right, so that's empty. How bad is the... Okay, that's halfway full now. So we can easily keep filling that up a little bit more. Then we've got some of the fire hurlers here, so we can just drop them there. Drop the supply... Actually, we're going to drop some supply vehicles over there. How... That's 3,500. I'm guessing the night regiment over here is now... Well, it's still not that full. Supply vehicle, go to the division HQ. Tanker regiment, we've got a few juggernauts here. We can drop them on the mechanized regiment, I reckon. Formation elements, supply vehicles, footman squads, night squad, emplacements, emplacements, brigade headquarters. Right, that's empty. Far hurler emplacement. Ooh, right. We might want to actually drop this one as... Ooh, well, they don't actually have any artillery remaining. Okay, never mind then. Just drop the stuff where they need to be. Let's see, so that's 3,000 tons now. The regiment headquarters, I'm going to drop that for the mechanized. So that they have something. And more supply vehicles for the division. The mission template, more those, and some that there. Rapid fire emplacement, brigade headquarters goes to the assault brigade. Emplacements. Emplacements. Actually, that's a mistake putting the emplacements on the brigade headquarters, because they are going to be in rear echelon, they won't be firing from there, even if the enemy fires upon them, so it's a very expensive cannon fodder, basically. They're not very effective at that. Okay, so is this... Right, this is another fire... Oh, this is actually a fire hurler regiment that can do stuff. And who are you supporting? You should probably be supporting the mechanized regiment, for example. I'll drop the footman squad to the Knight regiment, and then we've got another assault brigade here. Fire hurlers is mostly just supply vehicles, though. A couple footman squads and a couple regiment headquarters. I'll put them in the fire hurler regiment just in case. Then supplies for the division. Footmen go to the Knight regiment. Heavy rapid fire squads go to the Knight regiment. Pierce squads likewise. Then more to the mechanized regiment. Supply vehicles. Pierce emplacements. Rapid fire emplacements. Formation template. That's a little... Oh, that's the stuff on the division itself. Okay. So if we have a now look, yeah, we've got 50,000. It seems like, yeah, all of those are empty. That's not too full. Yeah, okay. So majority of our troops here are just supply vehicles. I may have gone a bit overboard with those by the looks of it. Right, well, let's take another combat cycle here. See how much we lose this time. I mean, with the renewed troops, we might actually have at least a little bit of damage on them, but no, that's 200 footmen squads lost, 79 knight squads, a lot of fire hurler emplacements, rapid fire emplacements, knight squads, heavy rapid fire emplacements, fire hurler emplacements, pierce, rapid fire punchers, pierce squads, rapid fire juggernaut. So I think that basically is all of the tanks that we may have had. Yeah, we didn't even do any damage on them, did we? Oh, no. We inflicted 6 infantry and 1 anti-air team. And we lost hundreds and hundreds of troops there. So yeah, I think next time we need to have... We'll have 3 divisions. And each division will probably have 1 regiment of tanks. Or rather, 1 brigade of tanks, so that's going to be 4... regiments per division, then 1 full of knights and emplacements, that sort of stuff, and then 1 that is more support brigade that will have artillery and supplies, and then on the main one there's going to be, or under the division itself, actually no, we can have 2 regiments of knights and more defensive stuff, and then under the division HQ itself, because there's 20,000 tons of basically extra there, there's probably going to be 1 or 2 supply regiments and then artillery. So if we have 3 of those, that should be enough. Also, we are going to have to do some redesigns on the headquarters, although I'm not entirely sure if I can modify these because we got more of them underway. I could always just make a new one. You can't copy a formation, fortunately. But yeah, the emplacements are not worth it in here. I could technically use this as a kind of a support for supplying other stuff, but no, I think just the brigade headquarters is going to be the headquarters. Maybe a little bit of the anti-flyer emplacements just in case, although I'm not entirely sure if those are doing anything without explicit orders to support someone. Let's have a look. So we're down to 37,000, of which vast majority. Yeah, the assault brigade is down to 6,000 tons. Fire hurler regiment is very low as well. This is not going great. Alright, well, let's take another increment. Just to see how badly they will destroy us. Oh, okay. So we know that they still have a lot. We didn't destroy anything of theirs. I lost 163 supply vehicles, 11 fire hurler emplacements. Oh, right, so our front line is basically no more. I think that's been the case for a while, though. Oh, we lost some knight squads, okay. I mean, their ground forces signature... They did start with 100 and... Actually, how much did they start with? Was it the 118,000? Or was it a bit lower or higher than that? I don't remember, but they didn't lose all that much troops. So yeah, we've done some tactical mistakes there. Let's have a look at the Crownian training. So I'm going to delete the queued tasks, just so that we can get these things completed a little bit sooner. Oh well, once they are completed, then we can redesign the troops. I mean, the tank regiments should be okay-ish. Like, I reckon those were the ones that did most of the damage. But they just didn't have quite the strength that I was hoping for. I mean, what I could technically do is I could design... Well, yes, I could design a tank brigade, but at the same time that would take so long time to build. Because you can only have one complex building it. So it's probably going to be better to have... technically, I could even put the tank regiments directly under the division HQ. And not have them have a brigade, so that would be 5 tank regiments per division. No, I think I do want to have a brigade anyway, so yeah, 4 tank regiments per division. And all that sort of stuff. I think we're going to need some more vendor right now. Down to 15,000, we are using a lot in the production here. So that's a problem. Well, I mean, I'm sure that we got some in the Empire. We got about 100,000 total. So yeah, we can probably pull them into Viralis, and we can actually build some troops in places like Cruciana Imperialis and St. Petersburg, among other places, to at least build the troops a little bit faster. And what we can then do is we're going to have the transports that we have bringing in the troops into Corsia Mors. We can bring in the dropships, or the dreadnoughts, the storms, and we can bring them into Corsia Mors as soon as they're done. And as soon as we have a full division in Corsia Mors, we can then already pick that up and wait until we have 3 divisions ready. And I think 3 divisions should be enough. We will also do some more orbital bombardment just for the heck of it, and maybe we can destroy a little bit more, make sure that the temperature goes down enough so that some of the enemies will suffer a bit further. But we are unfortunately out of time for this one, so I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get to the next interesting bit, quite frankly, so there may be a little bit of a gap in the episodes. I can't promise anything yet. But anyway, if you enjoyed this, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also, check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.